All right, turning attention to breaking news that's coming in as we speak, which is regarding Sonam Wangchuk. Very serious charges have now been slapped against Sonam Wangchuk. NSA slapped against him to protect national security and to maintain public order. Let's get in my colleague Aditya Rajkol, who's been tracking this story from the very beginning, who's been getting us all details with regard to this. Aditya, what more are you picking up from your sources which are suggesting and telling you that NSA has been slapped against the activist?
That's right. That's the big news coming at this hour. Top MHA sources have just confirmed to NDTV that NSA has been slapped against Sonam Wangchuk. Activist Sonam Wangchuk was arrested earlier today, a couple of hours ago. We had confirmed that Sonam Wangchuk was on his way to give an interview to NDTV when he was arrested. Well, the legal counsel of Sonam Wangchuk, Haji Mohammed, has been, in Ladakh. He's trying to get in touch with Sonam Wangchuk, but Wangchuk has been kept at an undisclosed location. Top MHA sources also confirming that Wangchuk can be moved out of Ladakh anytime now. It could happen tonight, it could happen tomorrow morning. But the big development at this hour, a very serious, a stringent law, NSA has been slapped against Sonam Wangchuk, and perhaps in the next few hours he will be moved out of Ladakh. This has been done to maintain national security and public order. Remember, the MHA as well as the Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, Kavindra Gupta, in an interview to NDTV, had said that there is some kind of a foreign conspiracy. His FCRA licenses were cancelled last evening, and now the big development of an NSA slapped against him to maintain public order here in Ladakh, where a curfew-like situation continues for the third straight day.
Extremely important bit of news coming in right now. Viewers, if you're tuning in right now to NDTV, the big news flashing on your screens right now. Well, days after Ladakh unrest, Sonam Wangchuk has been arrested and NSA has been slapped against the activist. FCRA license of his organization has also been withdrawn. Let's get in Nazir Masoodi, my colleague, who's been tracking this story very closely for us. Nazir, fill us in with the latest that's happening right now. The information that we are getting is that NSA has now been slapped on Sonam Wangchuk.
Exactly. That's what we are getting. That National Security Act has been slapped on, invoked and slapped on Sonam Wangchuk. So clearly we have heard, in fact, Home Ministry also in a statement after violence 2 days back, linking clearly this Sonam Wangchuk with the violence, said he incited this violence. And then there was Lieutenant Governor talking to Aditya, saying there's a foreign conspiracy and all that. Now NSA has been slapped on Sonam Wangchuk. There is already condemnation from the political leaders and the opposition against this, arrest, and NSA against Sonam Wangchuk. Normally, here in Jammu and Kashmir, it was Public Safety Act. But since Ladakh is now a separate union territory and the PSA has not been continued in that area, in that region, so NSA has been slapped on Sonam Wangchuk. As Aditya was saying, it is likely that Sonam Wangchuk may be moved out and shifted to jail in Jammu or outside Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh as well. So there have been many arrests since yesterday morning. Dozens of people, yesterday we reported 50 people were yesterday morning arrested, and then so many other people have been arrested. But there is, challenge. For example, when Sonam Wangchuk was arrested for Director General of Police, he himself had to arrest him because there have been local challenge when it comes to local administration, because the local issues. So there are multiple challenges, there are multiple, repercussions of this arrest and the situation we see unfolding in Ladakh, one of the most peaceful regions in the country, now clearly engulfed in this turmoil. After 4 people were, killed in clash and firing on Wednesday, and one of them is a ex-serviceman, a former soldier of Ladakh Scouts, and 3 others are students. So since then the situation is dead. This bodies of those who died have been handed over to the families yesterday in Leh. But after the arrest of Sonam Wangchuk, before he addressed a press conference in Leh, things are clearly more tense what it used to be since yesterday, because authorities had imposed curfew in Leh and restrictions in Kargil to ensure nothing goes wrong. In fact, they succeeded in bringing down tempers and the violence, but we'll have to see how it is going to play out after the arrest of Sonam Wangchuk, who has become face of agitation in Ladakh region for statehood to Ladakh and constitutional guarantees under 6th schedule.
All right, very serious provisions under the National Security Act have been slapped against activist Sonam Wangchuk. And that also means that next steps that will be taken by the government, as sources are telling NDTV, would be extremely critical, where, as our reporters, our colleagues are pointing out, that he will be possibly moved out of Jammu Kashmir after those stringent provisions have been slapped against him. Listen into some reactions that have been coming in on that big story that NDTV has been getting you all details. First up, listen into what Omar Abdullah and several others have been telling and saying in terms of reactions coming in on the latest unfolding in Ladakh.
गिरफ्तार किया गया। चलिए अफसोस की बात है, लेकिन जिस तरह मरकज की हुकूमत कल से उनके पीछे पड़ी हुई थी, शायद ये लग ही रहा था कि इस तरह का वो करेंगे। मरकज की हुकूमत की क्या मजबूरी है कि वादे करने के बाद वो उन वादों से मुकर जाते हैं। हिल काउंसिल के इलेक्शन से पहले मरकजी एक वजीर ले गए थे, क्योंकि वहां लोगों ने इलेक्शन बॉयकॉट करने का फैसला किया था। लोगों को इलेक्शन में लड़वाने के लिए कुछ वादे हुए। लोगों ने बढ़ चढ़ के इलेक्शन में हिस्सा लिया, न सिर्फ हिस्सा लिया बल्कि बीजेपी को कामयाब किया, लेकिन वो वादे वहीं रह गए।
मुझे रास्ते में ही पता चला, उनकी खबर मिली है कि उन्होंने उसको अरेस्ट किया है। मेरे हिसाब से वो भी अनवांटेड है। वो मतलब स्टेप उठाने की जरूरत नहीं थी कि वो मोस्ट रेस्पेक्टेबल आदमी है। देखिए, ये तो सोनम वांगचुक को फॉरेन फंडिंग के लिए परमिशन भी एनडीए सरकार ने ही दिया, यूनियन होम मिनिस्ट्री ने दिया है। ये उनकी मिसहैंडलिंग है, टोटल लेह सिचुएशन को, लद्दाख सिचुएशन को टोटल मिसहैंडलिंग है।